Hi guys, Ishi this side. So I thought of trying a new type of series of videos. I've always been fascinated by philosophy. So I thought, why not try sharing some philosophy of my own? So here goes. Today was the first time that I went to the neurosurgery OT. Neurosurgery, for anyone that doesn't know, is a surgery involving the brain. So they cut the skin, they open up the cranium, which is the skull bone, and then they directly expose the brain to the environment and they do whatever surgery is required on it. Inspiration comes from the strangest of places, and I had some things that I learned today, which I would like to share with you all. First is the fact that the brain, you could actually see the veins and the arteries clearly. So for a little bit of back information, back in first year when we had anatomy and we had to do dissection on cadavers, in a dead body you cannot make out arteries and veins separately unless and until you modify it. What do I mean by modification? When bodies are given in the name of science, they are preserved, number one, and their blood is drained, and red latex wala dye is inserted into their arteries, blue latex is inserted into their veins, so that when medical students dissect the bodies, they can clearly see which is their veins and which is the arteries. Okay, in this surgery, since this was on a live human and the brain was directly exposed, I did not expect to be able to make out the difference between the arteries and the veins, but it was so clear. It was amazing how you could see that the arteries were red, in fact, and the veins were blue. And the veins were thicker than the arteries, which is a bit weird. Now, what do you get out of this? I think I just thought it was very beautiful. Matlab, sometimes you don't need to have a point. I guess some things are just beautiful. The fact that I found beauty in the work that I do or the career that I am pursuing, I just thought that was amazing. So, there is something beautiful, something new, something amazing that you get to see every day. So every day is a new day, a beautiful day. We should enjoy it as such. We should treat every day as a new adventure. Second thing, inside the OT, it was so cold. It was frigid. I was freezing. One of the anesthesia PGs, she saw that I was continually there in the OT and I was very interested in seeing the procedure. So she, kind of helped me. The OT lights were not required at this time because the surgeon was operating using microscope. So he in fact needed darkness. So the OT lights were shifted in the anesthesia wala direction. She took those OT lights and she shifted them above my head. And OT lights, for your information, are actually kind of warm. That's the reason why we have cold OTs. Because surgeons start to become really heated under the OT lights. They start to sweat. So to prevent that, to make the surgeons comfortable, we have air conditioning. Really cold air conditioning. But for the people that are not operating, not under those OT lights, those temperatures are frigid. So she shifted that OT light above my head. So I felt like the resilience that I showed by being continually in the OT paid off. I felt like a daisy whose resilience was rewarded with sunlight. So I guess that's the lesson that I want to give from that. You continue being resilient, you continue putting in the effort, and at one point you will be rewarded with your sunshine. Number 3, neurosurgery OTs are actually pretty long, like really long. Okay, this one procedure that I was watching today was a 6 to 8 hour procedure. Obviously, I could not watch the full extent of it because I had to leave in between for lunch and for the anesthesiology classes, which were being held from 2 to 4 p.m. But the part that I did see was the skin was cut to reveal the cranium or the skull. Then burr holes were made. Burr holes are made to relieve the tension, to relieve the pressure. Then craniotomy was done, where you resect out or you cut out a section of the skull bone. And then you could see the brain. There is 3 layers: dura mater, arachnoid matter, and pia mater. So dura mater is the outermost layer protecting the brain. It's the outermost meninge. Okay, so you could see that. So by the time I had left around 1 p.m., it was 3 hours into the surgery. The anesthesia procedure went on for a good 1.5 hours, and I saw the first 3 hours of the surgery. So in that first 3 hours, surgeon had dissected out the dura mater, gone into the arachnoid matter, and had started slowly and very carefully using the microscope, removing parts of the meninge slowly, carefully, making sure it's not bleeding too much, cauterizing it, going deeper and deeper and deeper. And I was very impressed by how he kept going. Matlab, that is very minute and very dedicated work. That takes energy to do that. I was very impressed. So I think that's one more lesson that I got from today. You keep your end goal in mind. You want, let's say in this scenario, you know that you want this surgery to succeed, and you know the path that you need to take. Then your journey becomes a lot easier. You know ki these are the steps I need to take. This is how long it will take, and you go on it. So for anyone that is at a stage in life that you're confused, you don't know where you're at, seek help. Go to someone that you respect. Go to someone that you admire, that you maybe look up to. Could be a family member, a friend. Seek a therapist. Everyone has one these days. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Or if you are, someone that can sort out your problems yourself, best. Don't need anyone. Sit by yourself for some time and you sort out where do you want to go in life. Number 1. How do you get there? Number 2. And what steps can you take today for that? And then what steps will you go on taking? You will get there at one point. It's just a matter of knowing your end goal. I think that's the reason why a lot of us are stuck in place sometimes. We don't know where we're going. Thank you. See you in the next one.